Hello, mate. We're going to wait for some people to get on. One person on. Hello, one person. We are just waiting on some more to get on. My phone's going crazy. I don't know what's going on. One person is on. One person is online. One person. Okay. Now we have two people. It's 10 o'clock. Good morning, San Francisco. Okay. So while we wait for a few more people to pop on, I just want to remind everyone of mysteryscience.com. If you're super bored, you can go to mysteryscience.com and get tons of science lessons. Scholastic.com, Learn at Home, is another good website. Zern.org, it follows the Eureka math curriculum that we use in our schools. It stops at 5th grade, but it would be great for you to do. Prodigy.com, you can always play Prodigy. Just a reminder, if you're looking for breakfast or lunch, Hillsdale Schools are offering a free meal. You need to call this number and leave your name. So your parents need to do this. They need to leave their name and how many kids are in their household. And if they call and do that by 10 a.m. tomorrow, they will get 8 meals for each child. So if there's only one child in your household, you get 8 meals. I believe that's 4 breakfast and 4 lunch, but don't quote me. If you have 2 kids, they each get 8, so that's a total of 16 meals and so forth. So you just need to call that number or email them your name and then how many people or how many kids are in your household. This is free for anyone who's 18 years or older, and they do not have to go to Hillsdale Community Schools in order to receive this. So we're going to get started with our homework. We're getting less and less people watching. It makes me nervous, guys. We need to keep our brains strong. So we're going to start with our homework. Our homework was on page 85. That is what I asked for you to do, was page 85. And then if you were extremely bored, I gave a few more homework problems for you to do. So for pages 89 and 90, I will be posting those on Google Classroom today. So on Google Classroom today, I will be posting the answers to page 89 and 90 pretty soon after we get offline here. And a lot of people have been messaging me on the Remind app saying they cannot get on Google Classroom. You need to have your capitals. So it's the exact same username and password that you use to get on the laptops at school. You need to have capital letters for your password. So if it normally has a capital, you need to have a capital. So if you don't know what that is, have your mom and dad message me on the Remind app, and I will make sure that you have that. So let me just actually send a Remind app because we are missing quite a few people. I'm the one person. Oh, Aiden's the one person. Aiden, this is when I tell you that sometimes I'm just not as smart as you. I didn't know what that meant. Hey, Aiden. I don't know Layla means she just wrote classroom. But I assume you're on. Hola, Lauren. Let's just send a quick remind to parents saying that I'm live. So your parents are going to get a text message. Sorry if they're at work. Just a quick reminder. I am live every day at 10 a.m. every weekday. I'm not doing this on the weekend. I am live every weekday at 10 a.m. Please read it in this singing voice. They can watch the replay any time after 10:30, 10:45. Give me a little room. Okay. So let's say on YouTube. Who knew this was going to be a singing class today? You guys did, because I sing every day in class. Come on, YouTube. Not you-a-tube. You-a-tube. Are you live? Because I can't see it. Ooh, Layla. Not see it. I am live. I am live. Okay. What she's saying now. I'm on. Lily says I'm on. Hey, girl. Hey. Okay, I'm going to start writing down these answers while I try to answer Layla on Classcraft. So these are your points. A. I miss you, Lily. Lily! I'm going to tell you I miss you later on when I text you back on Classcraft. So these are the answers to your homework problems that you had yesterday. If you want to check your work, that would be great. My plan was to have this written out, but then I started doing my taxes, which was an epic fail. So we shall see. So this is all going to be filled out, but I didn't do it. Okay, thanks. Okay, now Layla's blowing up my phone. I can't get on Classcraft that fast, girlfriend. Okay. Here's your distances. It seems some of you are so confused by my question. There was my way where you just always subtract. And then Arika's way, you had to remember that sometimes you added and sometimes you subtracted. And so most of you that understood the question that I asked you replied back that you like my way better than Arika's way. So we're going to cross off the things they have in common. So these have 2 8s. This has the 6s in common. This has the 6 in common. This has the -6 in common. So I'm just going to show my way. If someone else wants to see it Arika's way, that's fine. But we always subtract. And in this case, to find distance, we are going to subtract the bigger number from the smaller number. So choose the bigger number minus -4. This number is -4, so you can't just write 4 there. 2 negatives make a positive. So we have 2 plus 4, which equals 6. In this case, we have 6 is the bigger number minus 2. 6 minus 2 is 4. Here we have 8's the bigger number minus -3. 2 negatives make a positive, and 8 plus 3 is 11. Then we have, this is the tough one. We have -3, that's the bigger number, minus -6. This means that we're going to add 2 negatives and make a positive. So if we think about on a number line, we're over here, 1, 2, 3. This is -3. I'm going to move 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know. Just add some until you figure out what you need. And we're going to start here. We're going to move to the right because we're adding 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm stuck here at 3. So negative 3 plus 6 is 3. Our bigger number in this case is 6 minus negative 8. 2 negatives make a positive. 6 plus 8 equals 14. So for all those that are just jumping on, this was your answers to your homework. So if you want to check that, if you have questions, please message me on Classcraft. Not right now, though, because I'm not going to be able to respond. I mean, you can message me right now on Classcraft. That's fine. I'm just not going to respond to your question until after. But feel free to message me. I have talked to so many of you yesterday through Classcraft who needed help on their homework. So let me just quickly see what Layla had to say. Do you like steak? Is this a while ago? I think this was a while ago. She asked me if I like steak. Layla loves steak. So I'm live. Lauren says hola. Aiden says I'm the one person. So now I'm checking my email to figure out why Layla can't get on. All that said was classroom. I don't know what that means. Are you live? Here she is. This is where she said, are you live? Also, I haven't told you this on here. Mrs. Vincent would really like for you guys to do the Mile Club. Yes, I am live. Wants you guys to do the Mileage Club. So go to Google Classroom and get on her Google Classroom so you guys can do that. Are you live? Because I can't see it. The answer is yes, Layla. Yes, I am live. Yes, I am live. 8 people are on. Okay. You guys are checking your work. Okay. I think I got everyone's questions answered. So, let me go back to this. Oops. Oh, her mom must be. Type and KB Kelso on YouTube. Is there like, sorry guys, here. That is to the actual video. Okay. I hope that helps, Layla. Hope you get on. Everyone else, sorry. So my plan is to, this was your homework, check it. Over here, this was just extra work if you're bored. And this was extra work when you're bored. So I will put down the answers. I'm going to take a picture of it, post it on Google Classroom. If you need help logging into Google Classroom, message me through Classcraft or have your parents message me on Remind App and I will make sure you get in. Today, lesson 8. You want to see my face today? I don't know. Not everyone likes to see my face every morning. So lesson 8. I'll show you my face. Hi! So lesson 8, we are going to be finding the area of various shapes. They call them polygons. Polygons are another word for shapes. So we're going to find the area of various shapes, probably those quadrilaterals and our triangles on a graph. So yesterday we looked at the distances of different points on a number or on a graph. So we needed to know that so we could figure out the height and the width of various shapes. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So, flip this back over. So far, no one is messaging me again. So we are doing good, I think. Okay, so let's make this so you can see it. So for the first example, we have, it says plot and connect the points 3, 2. So remember to start here. We're going to go over 3, 1, 2, 3. We're going to go up 2, 1, 2. We're going to plot that point. Then, and I'm just reading what's down below here. So if you're wondering where I'm getting these numbers from, this is actually supposed to be A. I don't know why they made that little squiggly mark. So you can even label this point A. Next, we're going to go to 3, 7. So we're going to go, the first number tells us what we need to go over. So we need to go over 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to go up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to label that point B. Oops, and we have to connect. Make sure you connect your points because this is going to be a shape. And then we're going to go over 8, 2. So we're going to start at our origin. We're going to go over 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we go up to 1, 2. You have to have your points in the right spot or else you're not going to get the right lengths. Oh, look at, what did we make? It says name the shape. What shape is this? Well, this is a right triangle. We learned about right triangles in lesson 2. So this is a right triangle because A is a right angle. It's 90 degrees. It makes that perfect L shape. So now we have to determine the area of this polygon. So if we remember our area formula, it was area equals 1/2 base times height. Some of you didn't like that formula, and that's fine. You can use the formula base times height divided by 2. Okay, whatever formula that you like to use, you're still going to use that formula. That's completely fine. They do the exact same thing. Dividing by 2 is the same as multiplying by 1/2. I'm trying to get this whole thing in the picture. There we go. Okay, so we have to find our base. So we have to find the distance here. So we can find the distance by counting the lengths. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This whole length has a distance of 5. So I would write 1/2, 5. If I'm over here, I'd have 5 times, and this is my height. So I can count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my height is 5. Once again, my height is 5. Okay, so you don't have to write down both formulas. Whatever formula you like to use. I know Brooke really liked this formula, and I can't remember who else, but there was a whole group in Mr. Adams' class that was using that formula instead. So this is a little bit of a bummer. There isn't an even number, but that's fine. I'm going to multiply 5 times 5 first. So 5 times 5 is 25, and I need 1/2 of 25. So 25, and now you're going to divide by 2. So off to the side here, we might have to do 25 divided by 2. You're doing that. 25 divided by 2. I'm going to check on my friend real quick, see where we're at. Oh, people are saying I'm not live. Bella's been watching. That's super fun, though. How do I send this? Okay. HTTP dot line YouTube dot slash YTB 0 OQ F X 9 PM. That should take you directly to the live video. Bren says I'm live. When will this be over? Rude. Lauren Vincent. Oh, rude. When will this be over? I love math. This better never be over. Never. I never want math to be over with. I love math. Okay, so because we don't know the units, we're going to write units squared. So you would divide 2 by 25. You should get 12 and a half. I'm not really crying, guys. That was just the first episode. Okay, I'm going to try not to keep on. Oh, Lauren's laughing at me. I was just asking. Okay. So let's move on to the next page. Actually, how about you guys stay on this page? I'm going to tell you what number 2 says. It's so stupid. You know how I feel about this. So stupid. They want you to plot more points. So number 2, we'll use on the back side in just a second. But number 2 says to plot the points. So I'm going to write number 2 over here. You do not need to write this. Number 2 is to plot the point E, which is negative 8, 8. To plot the point F, negative 2, 5. And G, negative 7, 2. And we need to connect our dots. So number 2, instead of flipping back and forth, this is what we're plotting. So start at your origin. We're going to move over 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to move up 8. We moved to the left because it was negative. We're going to move up because it's a positive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is E. F, we're going to go over 2. We're going to go to the left because it's negative. 1, 2. We're going to go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is F. And then G, we're going to go over to negative 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then up 2. 1, 2. And this is G. And we need to connect our points. Will there be homework today? No. Bren wants to know if there's homework today. No, there's not homework. Lesson 8 will take us a couple days. I'm projecting either 2 or 3 days. So there's that. No, there will not be homework today. Okay, so this shape, the next thing they're going to ask us is, what is this shape? So on the other side of this, number 2, it says, what is this shape? So we know that all of these angles are acute. They're smaller than a 90. So this is called an acute triangle. So on this side, we'll just write it triangle or acute triangle. I'd write it over here. Don't write it huge. We have a lot of work to do on this problem. So acute triangle, A, then acute triangle. Okay, let's go back to this. So yesterday I told you that in 6th grade, you will never be required to figure out the length of diagonal lines. And that's still the case here. You're not going to have to figure out these lengths. But how are we going to figure out area? Well, what we're going to do is we are going to draw a rectangle around this. So we're going to go straight down that G. We're going to go over. So we're going to make and it has these points. Don't make it huge, a huge triangle. The points have to be, you're hitting the points while you're drawing this. Now you're going to get it. If not, you're not going to get the right answer. And I know a lot of kids last year made a huge rectangle around it. We want the points to be part of that. Atlanta. So now we can figure out the area of this square. So we're going to figure out the area of the whole square first. So to do that, we need to know our base and our height. I really would wish if this was all on one paper, but anywho. So our base is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to write this over here that base equals 6. Going up is our height. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have a rectangle that has the same base and the same height. Do you guys know what that rectangle is called? That rectangle is called a square. So we just made a perfect square. Layla, do not worry that you blew up my phone. Everyone loves hearing your name on Google. What is this called? YouTube, not Google. Someone asked to share, oops, I don't want to see myself live, to share this link on Google Classroom. If they cannot find it, share on Google Classroom. I will do that. No problem. Lesson 8. Part 1. Here we are. Maybe I should do that every day, is just share that link on Google Classroom as soon as we get started instead of after. Add link. Here you are. Okay, done, Layla. Done like dinner. Beep. That's the microwave. Okay. Okay, thank you for texting me. That is cute. Okay, so we have, I'm going to write over here now. I'm going to flip the page back to number 2. We have the area of the square is base times height. And we wrote that our base is 6 and our height is 6. Sorry, I'm going to start ignoring the Classcraft messages because I really want to get this done. So 6 times 6 is 36. So I have 36 units squared. And if you actually counted the squares in that shape right here, you would have 36 of them. And what you see is that we have 3 triangles. We have triangle 1 right here, 2, and 3. Okay, so we're going to find the areas of these 3 triangles and we're going to subtract them because those are not our original triangle. So let's start off with triangle number 1. Triangle number 1 has a base of 1 and a height of 6. So I'm going to write triangle 1 is 1/2 base times height, 1/2 1 times 6. So I'm going to take 1/2 of 6 first because it's even. So 1/2 times 6 times 1. What's 1/2 of 6? Well, 1/2 of 6 is 3 times 1. We have a total of 3 units squared. This is the area of my first triangle. So if I took apart all those triangles and put them all together, I'd have 3 whole squares. Everyone who's watching live who's not sending me messages is like, thank goodness she's not answering those anymore. So look at here. We have triangle 2. This is our base. This could be our base too. It doesn't matter. But our base right here, from this point, I'm going to erase this real quick. Our base from this point, G, to the corner is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the height is from this corner to F. So I have 1, 2, 3. So I have a base of 5, a height of 3. So I'm going to go back to that first page or second page here. Triangle 2, 1/2 base times height. And I have 1/2 5 times 3. Was it 3? I already forgot. I think it's 3. Yep. 5 times 3. Once again, neither one of these are an even number, so it's kind of hard to find a half to begin with. So we'll start off by doing 5 times 3. 5 times 3 is 15. So I need 1/2 of 15, or 15 divided by 2. So 2 goes into 15 7 times, and that's 14. When you subtract, you get a 1. So I have 1/2. So my answer is 7.5 units squared. If I took apart all the squares in there, I would have 7 full squares and 1/2 of a square. And then our last triangle we have is triangle number 3. So this would have a base. I can turn it however I want. So if you really want it to be the base to be on bottom, you can turn this. It doesn't matter, okay? So this has a base. I'm going to move this real quick. This has a base of 1, 2, 3. And it has a height of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So I'm going to write over here, triangle 3 equals 1/2 base times height. We have half of 3 times 6. So maybe you'll do 3 times 6 first. A half of 3 times 6. Well, 3 times 6 is 18. So a half of 18. What is half of 18? We would have 9. Half of 18 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. So I'm going to take my whole square, which was 36, and I'm going to be subtracting all of these, okay? So there's a couple different ways you can do it. You can do 36 minus 3. Whatever your answer is, minus 7.5. Whatever your answer is, minus 9. Or you can add these 3 up first and then subtract. Whatever you would like to do. I like to add first, but whatever you like to do is completely fine. Man, oh man, I just deleted all my messages and now I have 7 class draft messages again. Okay, so when you add this up, you know what that means. It sounds fake. 10 plus 9 is 19.5. So all of these extra rectangles, all of this extra stuff I just added on is 19.5. So I'm going to take it away from the whole square so I know that this is the only thing that's left. So I'm taking away this 1, taking away the 2, I'm taking away the 3, and that is what's left. So I have 36 minus a half, a 19.5. So remember, when you're going to take away this half here, it doesn't mean that the half just comes down. You need to borrow. I have nothing here. It's like having a 0 here. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to borrow from my 1s. So this now is, I took 1 away. So now I'm going to make that into a fraction. 1 as a fraction is 2 over 2. I want it to have the same denominator so it's easy to subtract. And now I can subtract 2 from 1. Make sure your bottom number, your denominator, stays the same, and you can subtract the rest. Oh, maybe we're talking about class graph. I know, Bren. Bren's like, you're wasting your time checking these messages. Well, most of them are from you. 15 minus 9 is 6. 2 minus 1 is 1. So we have 16.5 units. So sometimes for our shapes, we're going to have to make a square around them. Make a square around them. And then cut out the pieces that we just added on. So number 3, we're going to do number 3 real quick, and then we'll stop and do 4 and 5 tomorrow. So number 3 says that we're going to plot K is -9, -7. L, I can just copy it from my book, actually. L is -4, -2, and M is -1, -5, and N is -5, -5. So we're drawing this shape. It says name the polygon. Ooh, I know it has 4 corners, therefore it probably has 4 sides. So start at your origin, go over 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Go down 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is going to be K. We're going to go over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go down 2. 1, 2. This is L. Connect your lines. This is just like when we do those picture things. -1, 5, -1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is, and N is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is N. So we do have a quadrilateral, but this quadrilateral is one of those irregular shapes that we talked about. So it's not a square, it's not a parallelogram, it's not a rectangle, it's not a trapezoid, but it definitely has 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a quadrilateral, but it's called a irregular quadrilateral. So for number 3 right here, we're going to call it a quadrilateral. All that means is it has 4 sides. Okay, so now we are going to figure out what can I do to this shape to get either a square, not square, any kind of parallelogram, sorry, not just a square, or get a triangle. Well, I can get 2 triangles if I cut right here. If I cut right here, I have 2 triangles. I have 1 triangle here, 1 triangle here. And so if I find the area of this little triangle and this triangle, I can add them together. So let's just start with the bigger triangle. We have a base of 1. This whole line right here is 1. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The height, remember, is from the top point straight down. So we could put these little dots going down like this. This is our height. So we have 1, 2, 3. So we have a base of 6, a height of 3. Okay? You don't need to write down all the numbers that I'm writing down as long as you're following along and understanding where I'm getting these numbers from. Okay? So we have area of our first triangle is 1/2 base times height. And we have 1/2 3 times 6. So I'm going to take, you can multiply 3 times 6 first if you'd like. 3 times 6 is 18, and we can take a half of 18. So a half of 18, this is a math fact, half of 18 is 9 units squared, okay? Our second triangle, though, is a little bit different of a shape there. This is an obtuse triangle, and we've only used an obtuse triangle a couple of times, okay? So I'm going to flip my obtuse triangle over, and I'm going to look at it this way. Okay, so this red line is still the base. So from here to here is our base. So I flipped my book over completely, okay, just so you guys can see the base. So for you, like, you have your book upside down. I know you'll text me that. I know I have my book upside down. Okay, I want you to see the base. The base is right here. So our base is 1, 2. And our height is from that top point coming down to where our base is located. So we could extend our base just for a second, extend the base down like this. We have a height of 1, 2, okay? So we have a base of 2, we have a height of 2. So I would have 1/2 2 times 2. So a half of 2 times 2 is 4. So half of 4 is 2 units squared. Because I've now created 2 triangles, okay, I have 2 triangles, one here, one here. I'm not subtracting anything. I'm taking this triangle and I'm adding it on to this triangle. Okay, I'm going to add these two numbers. So my area of my quadrilateral is going to be 9 units squared plus 2 units squared. So a total of 11 units squared. Okay, so just so you know what my plan is, this is the answer to your quadrilateral. Just to know what the plan is, tomorrow is Friday. We've made it through our first week of virtual school tomorrow. Oh, guess what? I actually have another announcement. So I got to tell you something great news. We've been doing countdowns in our class. If there's any parents listening, we've been doing countdowns. So we hit daylight savings time. Guess what today is? The first day of spring. It's my favorite season in the whole wide world. And the reason why is because spring brings new things. So you're going to see flowers blooming, new flowers, new babies, all the animals. We'll get little ducks in our pond. They're little baby ducks and little baby rabbits come and start to appear. I just love spring because spring is the season of new things. So anyways, we just finished 1, 2, and 3. That's all we're doing today. I wanted to make these short, like I said. So our plan is tomorrow, we are going to be doing 4 and 5 tomorrow, okay, for sure. And then we'll probably actually do 4 and 5, and then do our exercise 1 and 2, maybe even 3 and 4. And then we're going to be done with lesson 8. You might get homework tomorrow. We'll see. But remember to sign on that Google Classroom for Mrs. Vincent so you can start doing the mileage club if you'd like to join her on that. I will talk to you all tomorrow. Tomorrow I will not really be checking the Classcraft messages. If people need help getting on, for sure I will listen and I'll help you. But the random conversations I'm going to not be doing. Okay? I will see you all later.